As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the weekend?
I went with Coach Stoops. They're in
Oh,
the finals. They are in the finals now. For those that don't know, yesterday the Renegades, Arlington Renegades, knocked off the Roughnecks, who had already beat them twice this year. Couldn't pull it off the third time. It's tough to beat someone three times. And it would have been like, was it 3 times in a row that they played? It was pretty quick, back to back there. But Perez, they made the change at quarterback, about halfway, maybe a little bit earlier than halfway through the season. That's helped their offense. Got the win 26-11. They're in the finals. They don't know who they're playing yet. The other game is tied at 9 right now. I think it's at halftime, but it's awesome. They're going to be in the finals, chance to win the championship.
I saw, when they made the playoffs with their record, I saw some people being like, wait, what's going on here? Listen, the rules are the rules, man. That's how it works. Arlington Renegades, South Division champs. Let's go. Did you watch?
Champs, baby.
I watched pretty much that whole game. It was the only thing on, really, at that time. Did you watch all the quarterback mic'd up stuff?
No, I just caught some of the highlights. I saw that crazy catch. One of the best catches of the year.
I don't know. And if anyone was watching the game, they'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the hell Arlington's offensive line's deal is. Dude, get in the huddle and listen to your quarterback. I mean, Perez, I heard him say it 50 times. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, guys. I was like, what is happening? Do they just hate this guy? Are they all what is happening with this offensive line? Why won't they get into the huddle and listen to what the quarterback has to say? It was driving me insane. I was about to lose it on my couch.
I remember earlier this year, I can't remember what team it was, but there was this clip of the quarterback calling the play in the huddle and one of the offensive linemen saying, no, we need to run this. And the quarterback said shut the blank up and listen to what I'm saying. And he calls the play again. And they turn around. It's like the last thing you want is offensive linemen calling plays.
Yeah. I was watching it with my wife and she was like, "Are huddles always this chaotic?" I was like, no, no, it was strange. Great. But hey, our man Coach Stoops playing for an XFL title. Let's go.
That's right. Oh, and I forgot. I also thought about, it was a little premature, but how about our guy Gooch after last week playing nails? He was tied. He had the lead and then was tied for it right before we started. He may go back to back.
He, in fact, went back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And there is a discussion, right? Because you know where the next live event is, right?
Tulsa,
2 weeks. We are working to get our man Taylor Gooch on the podcast before that event, right? Because he's got a foundation. Great way to spread the word about the foundation. That's how I'm putting it. That's how I'm framing it. So hopefully that all ends up working out.
That's great. Yeah,
he's on a heater though, man.
He's on a heater and he's making some cash right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Big paydays. 2 in a row. Wow.
Yeah. Awesome. But go range goats. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who do you have as your loser of the weekend?
I had to go with OU softball opponents in the month of April. So, and I know they haven't played the final game against Kansas, but right now they're on a stretch run. In their last 3, they have not given up a run in their last 3 conference games. Series is the word I'm looking for. What are you?
You found it. You found it. Took you a while. It was a long walk, but you found it.
Tech, 3 shutouts. Baylor, 3 shutouts. Kansas, 2 shutouts. They've got the final game today. In the month of April, Gabe, in not just including the conference series, because they shut out LSU, and then they played that little tournament or whatever it was where they played Louisville, Miami of Ohio. And if you include the 2 Texas games, that started off even though the series started in March, I'll count it. They are winning in the month of April 91-7 is the score in those games. If you take out the Texas series, it is 87-2, which is insane for how good they are, comparatively speaking. Just incredible stuff right now. And if they shut out Kansas again today, that is 3 straight conference series wins, 3-0 without anyone scoring a run on them.
Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Good news.
Good news. Sooners currently have a 5-run lead in the middle of the 5th.
Oh no, you're telling me Kansas scored?
Kansas scored. It's 7-2.
I think we should fold up our softball program.
this is ridiculous. Get it together, Patty. What are we doing?
Gummit.
Yeah,
I knew as soon as I talked about that they would give up a run to Kansas, but
it's all right. It's 7-2. They're gonna win. Hey, giving up runs creates character for the team. They got to give up a few runs so that they can feel the anger of giving up runs and allow that anger to fuel them to be even better, you know?
Yep, that's good. Still incredible run. It looks like they are they've got the one more series against Oklahoma State coming up before we get going into the postseason. I'd say they're firing on all cylinders.
There's no doubt about it. We'll have our buddy Chris Plank on, right? When the postseason rolls around, we'll do our best before this thing gets really rolling to have Patty Gasso on. I feel like she always enjoys her annual appearance on here.
Yeah.
So it's about that time.
It's getting close. That's for sure. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to my winner and loser. But first,
John Vance Auto Group has been serving Oklahomans for 40 years, family owned and operated. They've got 9 full service dealerships in Woodworth, Miami, and Guthrie. No matter what your vehicle needs are, John Vance Auto Group has you covered. They carry domestic brands such as Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, and Wagoneer. John Vance Auto Group's goal is to give unequaled service and to exceed customers' expectations in every way, which is why they have their lifetime loyalty program. And here's how it works. Buy a new or used car from them. All you have to do is get all of the manufacturer recommended maintenance done at the Vance dealership. And if something goes wrong with the components of your engine, transmission, drive, axle, or transfer unit, they will cover the repair costs. It's a great deal. You can browse their entire inventory or find the John Vance dealership near you at vanceautogroup.com.
And First Fidelity Bank is a full-service financial institution based in Oklahoma with tailored solutions for all your personal and business needs. Checking accounts, saving accounts, home loans, and much more. First Fidelity Bank does it all. Whether it's online banking from your computer or mobile banking from your phone, everything is stress-free with FFB. Making mobile deposits, paying bills online, and moving money to different accounts could not be easier. People, make your life easier and go bank at First Fidelity Bank. Visit ffb.com for more information. All right, for my winner of the weekend, thought about going with Lamar Jackson. He's rich.
Yeah.
5 years, $260 million, $185 million of that guaranteed with the Baltimore Ravens. They also drafted Zay Flowers in the first round to give him another weapon at wide receiver. Good weekend. Got the deal done. Now, what else are we going to talk about when it comes to the NFL? I mean, now that Lamar's got everything figured out, I mean, that was content, Ted. This was a selfish decision by Lamar. You got to drag it out a little longer, man. Come on.
It makes you wonder about the Ravens, though. If they could have got this deal done before Jalen Hurts, could they have got it for a smaller price tag?
Yes.
So this again goes back to,
well, it takes 2 to tango.
That's true.
I do think Lamar, right? You go back to Kyler's deal last year, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at Jalen Hurts' deal this year. I think it allowed the Ravens, once the Jalen Hurts deal happened, to be like, hey man, that's the real market. The Deshaun Watson, like that's the Browns being the Browns. That doesn't exist. Right?
Right.
That's not going to happen. Right? That's just Cleveland being Cleveland. They're morons over there.
Right.
And I think Lamar saw what Hurts got a little more and said, yeah, I'm good. Let's do this.
Well,
I'm tired of it.
A quick little bit of arithmetic after everyone said that Lamar Jackson's an idiot for not having an agent. If you take the standard 3%, he saved himself, if he gets the full 260 million, about $8 million, which is not chump change.
No, I would like to save $8 million. If someone wants to give me $8 million, it'd be great. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
So, yeah, pretty nicely done by Lamar Jackson.
It got a little, it didn't get ugly, but it certainly did not play out ideally for Baltimore. But in the end, he's staying there. And I like when quarterbacks stick around, man. I don't know why. I like when QBs are with the franchise for a long time. And I'm glad Lamar Jackson's staying there.
I'm just laughing because I'm glad he got the $260 million because I don't know about that workout equipment thing that he was doing.
You don't think that one's going to make him rich?
No, I think he made the right decision by keeping it with football.
Yeah, probably a good decision. All right, but my winner of the weekend, give me the Denver Nuggets. Smacked the Suns in game 1, right? 125-107 of what should be a very fun series, but man, I watched it and the Nuggets made it look pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Suns had no answers for Jamal Murray. Dropped 34, looking as healthy as he's looked since tearing that ACL a few years back. It didn't even seem like Jokic was. It never seems like he's trying that hard, but it wasn't like a huge Jokic game either. He only played 33 minutes, had a casual 24 and 19 in 33 minutes. It was strange to see the Suns take so few threes, especially in the first half. It's only one game, man, but the Suns, it's just Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are just going to have to be incredible.
Yeah.
They're going to have to be incredible, and they're going to have to play insane minutes and be incredible in damn near all of them. I don't know. Denver looked good. Maybe I'm overreacting to game 1 in Denver at altitude, right? You always got to mention the altitude when you talk about a game in Denver. But the Nuggets look good, and the Suns looked like it's just those two guys are just going to have to be insanely good.
Well, you know what they say, though, Gabe? It's not a series until
the road team wins a game.
No, it's not a series until one of the Jokic brothers threatens to kill somebody from the stands. That's whenever it's a series.
That's when we know this thing will really be getting going. No,
that's when we know it's going.
It just Denver just looks so much deeper than them, and I'm not a basketball X's and O's expert, right? I know a little bit, but I don't know as much as a lot of people do. But I know this. DeAndre Ayton is infuriating to watch play basketball.
I did see some of the clips of him just kind of standing around.
That's him, man. He's huge. He's incredibly athletic. And sometimes it looks like he just doesn't want to be out there. And that does not compute with me. It's like, dude, you're in a playoff game and he just looks disinterested for long stretches of the game. It blows my mind, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I saw some of those clips and I was thinking, I would imagine that is it's so weird because at that level, what does that film session look like? They watch the film of the game together. Like how does that get coached, and how does that get how does the rest of the team react to that?
They have to just be berating him, right? Could you imagine that happening in a football game, something like that? And what that conversation in a film session would be like?
No. That's how I don't understand. Like, he either they don't say anything to him, or he gets like yelled at constantly about lack of effort and just doesn't care and doesn't like react or change. It
I
has to be
can't
one or the other.
I can't imagine Durant doesn't say anything.
I know. Well, that's my point. I,
I,
how does that conversation go down?
I don't know. I don't know if Monty Williams and Aiden have the best relationship,
Yeah.
but
Well, how could they?
if you're playing like that in a playoff game,
If you don't have a good relationship with Monty Williams, isn't that your fault?
yes,
Isn't he known as like one of the best guys in all of the NBA?
I just it people don't watch DeAndre Ayton. You'll just get frustrated. Don't do it. Watch the other guys. Watch the other guys. Should be a fun series, but damn, Denver looked good. All right, for my loser of the weekend, thought about going with the old Tampa Bay Lightning, Ted. Yeah, I'm watching a little hockey. It's playoff hockey, baby.
Wow.
Lost game 6 at home. Their streak of trips to the Stanley Cup Finals ends at 3. And this is why it's important. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they have finally ended their streak of losing elimination games. The streak ends at 11. Ted, they had lost 11 straight elimination games in a row, and they have advanced in a playoff series for the first time since 2004.
Wow. That's crazy. 11 straight or 11. That's brutal. Well, congratulations to those guys. Did they tear Toronto apart, or there's still?
Well, they were in Tampa. Got the win on the road.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that. Yeah.
I think like three of their wins of the series are like road overtime wins. It was crazy.
I feel like, was it last year something happened with a playoff game, and up in Canada they were burning cars and stuff in the streets.
Gotta love Canadians. They love hockey.
That's right.
Gotta love it.
Wow.
All right, but my loser of the weekend, man, we have piled on them for the last several weeks, and we will continue to do so. The Memphis Grizzlies. Woo. They were eliminated, is the nice way to say it, by the Los Angeles Lakers. Ted, they got beat by 40 in an elimination game. They packed it in. They got cooked by D'Angelo Russell, of all people. But, and still, I'm not sure I can forgive the Grizzlies for making me cheer for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. But I watched that beat down and was thoroughly enjoying it. And it's crazy. What the hell happened to the Grizzlies? Like, you go back a year, they were the most likable, fun, like everyone was excited about it. And now everyone was enjoying watching them get whooped by the Lakers of all teams. Like, it was, you talk about a heel turn. My goodness.
I bet the Memphis fans are furious.
They should be.
You can, as weird as it is, you can go back and really and it's not all his fault, but he's planted the seed, Dylan Brooks, with the whole LeBron situation.
Well, it goes back even further than that. Remember John Morant with the, I'm fine in the West quote, I'm only worried about the Celtics, when they had won nothing. Then he had all the off the court stuff. Now, and they had some injuries, right? Brandon Clark tears the Achilles. Steven Adams ends up getting injured. Like, they had some bad luck, bad injury luck, but they brought this on themselves, man.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, they poked the bear. They poked the wrong bear.
Yeah. It was weird how it all unfolded, but the Lakers, I still am not optimistic for how it's going to look for them. Like, they got kind of, I'm not going to say they got lucky, but the way everything unfolded for them, I feel like helped him out a lot. Like to be able to get something to rile him up there during the series, to get LeBron feeling a certain kind of way. As you mentioned, the Grizzlies had some injuries there that they really just couldn't afford to overcome. So we'll see. I guess you never know. If someone in the next series says something stupid to LeBron, maybe he can, go to the fountain of youth again, because he looked different the last couple of games.
Yeah. He is he's really good at basketball. And maybe that's why Dylan Brooks, don't challenge the basketball gods like that, man. They will smite you. I warned you, Dylan Brooks. Don't do it. And now everyone, right? I won't respect. He's old. I don't respect anyone until they give me 40. Well, you lost by 40. Everyone made the same joke. We all had the same joke ready to roll, right? Watching them roll over after talking all that noise. Yikes. And if I was a Grizzlies fan, which thank God I'm not, I'd be really disappointed in the team laying down like that.
I know.
They laid down just, ugh. Dylan Brooks just couldn't stay quiet. Just had to get LeBron James riled up. Just had to do it. And now it looks like the Lakers may be able to make some noise in the playoffs. Who knows? Anthony Davis is playing really well. Austin Reeves, dude, is balling.
I know. He's making money.
But
dude is making money.
Grizzlies.
I think he's up for a contract this offseason, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to get paid.
Yep.
Guess who also is now an unrestricted free agent?
Brooks. The outlook has changed over the last week or so.
Yeah. And how about that?
I kind of feel bad for him.
I know talk all that noise and then play terrible basketball and then not own any of it after those 3 road losses that they had. He didn't do media after any of them.
I know that.
How can you feel bad for that guy? What a clown.
Because
that's clown behavior, Ted. Talk all that noise, get worked, and not say anything.
But the punishment does not fit the crime. The worst thing you can go through is public humiliation for having said something stupid and not be able to own up to it. Like, that is punishment enough. But now it's going to cost him a ton of money. Like, I don't know how much, but it's going to cost him a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part I feel bad about.
I don't.
It's a lesson. Let this be a lesson to those out there watching.
My son's about to be 2 in June. I tell him this all the time. Son, life's about choices and consequences from those choices you make, right? If you eat the mac and cheese, I told you, hey, you have to eat 3 pieces of mac and cheese in order to get the applesauce, son, right? So if you don't eat the 3 pieces of mac and cheese, what happens? You don't get the applesauce. It's simple. It's simple. Life, hey, choices, consequences. Dylan Brooks, no one made you say anything about LeBron James. You chose that path. That was your choice and your choice alone, to call him old and to challenge him publicly the way that you did. And now, with the way that you acted after getting absolutely worked in the series from that point on, you must live with the consequences of your actions and your decision making.
It's a good learning experience for him and other young players out there. Save yourself some money.
That cost him a lot of money. You're right. I hadn't really thought about how much, but it's more than 0. I know that.
It's way more than 0.
Yeah, because he went from a guy like, oh man, he can add an edge to our team, to, do we want that guy on our team? Do we want those problems?
Maybe he can take us from one of the top seeds to out of the playoffs in the first round. How about that? That's the guy we want to add.
Yeah.